Hello friends, we are back with the hamper and the stuffed animals and the floor. I tried, Deanna. Well, okay guys, Zenkaikon vlogs are over very obviously. I mean, they ended last week. Well, actually, they ended the week before, but I posted a dance cover instead. Actually, that's not even really the case. I actually was trying really hard to actually film this, but I kept running out of time. Life things have gotten in the way of things. So we are doing this now, and less than a week before Post-Zenkaikon. Oh, great. So yeah, let's just get right to it. So the first thing that I did want to talk about was something that I really neglected to talk about in the vlogs. It was something that I did start talking about actually in the vlogs, but before I got interrupted, and I decided, you know what, I'm just going to put this at the end of the vlogs. I'll put this as a post-con vlog. And, you know, we'll actually get some things explained here. First up on that is the concept of solo convention going. Something that, actually, surprisingly, a lot of people have, like, concerns about. Like, I know, like, as much as, like, anime conventions are considered to be, like, the place where you, like, make so many friendships and, like, you know, do all of these things and relate to so many people that you never thought you would relate to before. That is very true. I would really like to say that, like, that's genuinely what anime conventions are mostly about. At this point, I've made so many friendships through conventions that, like, I don't even think I could picture these people out of my life now. So, like, I don't, like, it's just, like, a very interesting, like, balance that you have to find. But with solo convention going, it is a little bit harder because you don't know everyone. And even if you do know people who are going to the con, it still does complicate things, like, quite a lot. For example, if you want to go out to get food, you would have to at least, get somebody to go with you, or go by yourself. And going by yourself isn't always the best thing, especially if you're in, like, a really large city with a whole bunch of food places, and it's, like, you know, it's a big city, and you don't really know your way around that city, and it gets kind of confusing. Fortunately enough, I have not run into this problem because I've most of the time always gone to cons with friends. You know, when I was trying to go get something to eat at Zenkaikon this year, I actually did have to go run and find my friends before I could actually, you know, go to get something to eat. Luckily enough, they were all so hungry, and so we all got food together. The second thing is actually if you are in some kind of obscure culture of convention going, i.e. dancers, chances are not at every con are you going to find people who are in your subgroup or interest or fandom or, you know, stuff like that. Like, for example, the previous year at Zenkaikon 2013, I was actually cosplaying AKB0048, and I was actually the only one cosplaying AKB0048. Because not many people really know what the series is. I'm very glad that somebody in A and B actually used AKB0048, so I know that, okay, yeah, there are some fans around here, but, you know, not insanely a lot. I mean, it's just the way that it is. It's not, you're not going to find everything at every con perfect. Basically, for example, I did actually make I'm not going to say it was a mistake, but I did go with the option to go with one of my parents, not to the convention itself, but to room with one of my parents in Lancaster, and I did not have a really good experience. Not to say that I went home early, I actually, you know, stayed out kind of late. The feeling of having somebody who's always, like, around you, I kind of, like, use conventions not so much to escape reality, but to kind of just, like, let go of my problems just for that weekend. I always am aware of what's happening, like, after the convention and what I have to do when I get back, but it's always, like, a nice vacation from everything. Going along with one of my family members kind of made it a little bit awkward for me. So I know at the end of the second vlog, I kind of looked a little bit frazzled. That would probably be why. You know, it is what it is. I'm not going to, you know, like, sugarcoat anything with you guys because, like, I don't feel like that's really appropriate. And the other thing that I found is that I've actually come to expect to dancing at a con, and I really should not do that. I should never do that because most cons actually do not allow hallway dancing. Which is why at the end of this convention, I tried to run it so that it is not blocking any traffic, because that's the major problem with most dance gatherings and other things like that, is that when you do it, you have to be careful that you do not block traffic. This is why next year I am trying to get a dance panel going at this convention. However, that is all dependent on if they accept the panel and if, you know, everything goes well with that. Let's go on to the con itself, as in good and bad. The good thing about this con is that it is very, very close to downtown Lancaster. All this food everywhere, like there's, like the location is really, really nice. The area is really, really nice. The convention center itself is really, really nice. Programming this year was actually pretty okay. I actually did go to a good couple of panels. Like, and some of the quality on these panels were really, really good. Considering that some of these were actually like private panelists, but we'll get into that later. Overall, like, it's actually a really, really nice, like, you know, smaller con. It's like a nice, really local con. The bad is that as nice as the convention center is, it's small. Like, there really is not any room for any, like, meetups or of any kind unless you go outside across the street or, like, anywhere near those areas. Now, programming was not as bad, but, like, there were not that many things that actually interest me in the program. Again, that's not entirely the convention's fault. Like, it is partially because they are, you know, the judge of which panels they will allow and which panels they will not. However, some of, like, there wasn't much personally for me that I wanted to attend other than the Toto panel and the Cosplay Dating Game, and just, I think there was one other panel that I went to, but other than that, yeah, there's not really much. As a con, Zenkaikon is actually a very, very nice con for you to actually, you know, go to as your first con. It was my first con, and, you know, now I do have, like, a genuine respect for, like, all kinds of conventions. I don't really, like, have a really big preference for, like, really, really large cons like Otakon, or, like, really, really small cons like Victoriacon. Like, it's, like, a nice in-between. So, now that we have reviewed Zenkaikon 2014, I will show you all the things that I got from Zenkaikon 2014. So, the first things I'm going to show are the stuff that I was given. I mean, like, they weren't, like, given to me as in, like, given to me, but, like, I did trade a couple of pieces of candy. These are the two candies that I received at Zenkaikon. I mostly traded them for, like, their designs, because, like, as you can see, those are, like, kind of, like, you know, glassy, like, clear beads. Like, they're kind of like the tri little, I think you can see that better. They're kind of like the tri little, you know, beads. And, you know, I never would have thought of this, like, as a piece of candy, but it looks really, really nice. I like how, like, you know, the beads, like, kind of look like glassy, and they, you know, they kind of, like, reflect and stuff. You know, like, I don't know. I just really like it. I'm going to try something like this soon. And then another thing that I got was, like, a kind of, like, little bit of a cuffish, you know, like, collar thing. And this is also really cool. I mean, it's a very simplistic design, but you're using two pieces of elastic instead of one. And all it is just, like, it's just doubled. Like, if you can see that. I don't really know how this is oh, okay. Oh, wow. Wait, that's really complicated. Look at that. That's like, how do you do that? Wow. So, yeah, I actually mostly got these to study from. I don't really, you know, like I said, I don't really make, like, tons and tons of candy. But, like, they're just really kind of, like, nice pieces that, you know, I wanted to see a little bit more closely, so I traded them all. So, yeah, those are the two pieces of candy that I was given. This was the badge this year. Yeah, it's the badge. That's my badge. Yay! I don't know, I'm just really bad at, like, scratching my badges. Oh yeah, there's a little bit of, like, red marks on the thing for my scissor blade. Alright, the things that I bought. I have one thing from the artist alley, one thing from the dealership, and one other very, very important thing that wasn't in either. But we're gonna get to that. The most exciting thing is the CosmoCon button, and I just, oh my god, like, this is like my childhood reborn. I never thought I'd actually get, like, a CosmoCon button, if anything. And, like, this is just so great. Like, it's literally, like, from the show, and it's just, I do know which artist was selling this, so I think I will link you to their page if I remember it, and I will also put, like, their name in the bottom of the screen here so that you can get that. the thing that I bought from the dealers actually did break. It was actually a Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time spiritual stone. It was the water spiritual stone necklace, and it kind of broke. Like, if you can see it, like there's like the bottom, the two bottom gems are actually like knocked out of place, and I need to like realign them. But yeah, it's really, really pretty. I liked it. I wanted the water stone, not really particularly for a reason, just because like I like it a lot, and I like the story behind it, because it's just like a girl gets stuffed into a fish, and then you have to go get her inside the fish, and you fight a monster inside the fish. I actually did like the Jabu Jabu level a lot. It was like a very creative level. So, yep, that's my necklace there. And the most important thing I could have possibly gotten at this con. Okay, so unless you actually did not watch the vlogs, or for whatever reason you didn't watch the vlogs, this was the print I was freaking out about in the entire con. This is what made PrintCon 2014, okay? Alright, so as many of you probably know, I have been watching Kill la Kill, very obviously, because, like, you know, I did go as Ryuko to this con. And I just... What originally happened was just, like, I was actually going to cosplay Satsuki at a later con. But, like, I was just, like, I kind of just, like, something broke in me, and I was just like, okay, no, I need to cosplay Kill la Kill, like, right now. Like, no, this can't, like, wait, like, any longer. I have to, like, cosplay, like, right now. And so I ended up, you know, doing the tracksuit version of Yuko, and it worked really well. But, actually, Satsuki is actually, like, my favorite character from the series. And, I think, like, and how I found out about this print was actually through the Kill la Kill panel, which I went to at the very, very beginning of the con. And then this popped up on the screen, and I was just like, I knew that. But, like, I didn't think about it when I was leaving the panel, because, like, he left the panel, and, like, well, no, I left the panel, and then, like, he was selling the print, and I was just like, well, maybe I'll get it later, and I didn't get it later, and then I ran around for the rest of the con trying to find the print. And that's the story. Oh my god, so it's the print. The stuff I went through, but you can take a better look at that. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Alright. So that's it for the Zenkaikon recap vlog. I'm hoping this didn't run longer than like a whole bunch of minutes. Saturday will be the Colossal Con info video. Wow, it's already coming up. And just everything that my plans are for that. Well, most of my plans are for that. And, you know, everything else. And, so I hope you guys enjoyed, you know, the Zenkaikon Post-Zenkaikon vlog. And I guess I will catch up with you guys later. See ya.